Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this video we're going to share with you a simple technique that's going to help you with resetting the body's rhythms. This is the missing link that many overlook when it comes to getting better sleep.
I have a tremendous amount of compassion for people these days because it's an epidemic of insomnia, chronic sleeplessness, and so much of it is related to unreleased stress and to the stress of the day that disrupts our body's rhythms.
So Deborah, talk to us about those factors that are preventing people from getting really good sleep.
Well, Jay, there are many factors actually in this epidemic of sleeplessness that's happening today. I really want to focus on what I consider the most important and most overlooked factor. And that is the unresolved stress that builds up in our body during the day and accumulates over time. Stress actually produces a hormone called cortisol. And if we have too much of that in our system, it really disrupts our ability to good night's sleep. That stress response, if we're frustrated, anxious, worried, angry, it disrupts our heart rate rhythm. It becomes very jagged, irregular, which signals the brain to go into fight, flight, fright, stress response. It signals the cortisol hormone. It signals a lot of problems in the immune response, hormonal problems. It just desynchronizes our systems, and that's often an overlooked factor. We think, okay, I'm stressed and I'm going to go to sleep, but it doesn't work that way. We have to release the stress, reboot, reset, and the good news is we can do it quickly.
So if I reset these rhythms, is that going to help me with my dance rhythms as well?
Well, it does get you into more inner harmony. And research has shown that the heart rhythm drives the brainwave rhythms, the hormonal rhythms, the circadian rhythms, which is your sleep rhythm, metabolic rhythms, which is your digestive rhythms. So if we go right to the heart of the matter and we learn how we can just reset our heart rhythms, very often it puts the rest of our body into a more harmonious state and can really lead to better sleep, waking up feeling more refreshed, more energy and flow during the day, all those good things we want. We found this really helps in just 6 to 9 weeks. People who said almost always they had insomnia or sleep problems had a 33% improvement. And then it continued as they continued to change that neural habit.
Cool. So let's get to the goods, because I know you want the goods, I want the goods.
The first technique, called heart-focused breathing, starts to create balance in our autonomic nervous system. So it's starting to reset our rhythms. So let's focus our attention in the area of the heart. You can put your hand on your heart if it keeps your attention there and not wandering back off into your mind. And then pretend like your breath is flowing in through the area of the heart and out through the area of the heart. Just breathe a little more slowly, a little more deeply than normal, and find a nice, easy rhythm that's comfortable. You can do this eyes open or eyes closed, but you want to keep your attention in the area of the heart as you breathe in and out through this area in a nice, easy, even rhythm. Okay, now we're going to add the second technique or the second step to resetting your body's rhythms. And it's called quick coherence. And it brings your heart rhythm into like a harmonious sine wave or a coherent waveform. As you continue heart-focused breathing, just activate a positive or renewing feeling for someone or something in your life. You might want to recall a time with a pet, a time in nature, a time with a loved one where you felt really connected in the heart and uplifted. You want to continue heart-focused breathing and activate or recall that feeling of care or appreciation or gratitude. And let's do that for a few breaths. You notice the shift, if any, going on inside you in that nice, easy rhythm with that renewing, regenerative attitude or feeling. And now we're going to add the third step or the third technique, which is what you can do while you're lying in bed to prepare for a better night's sleep. So you've done the heart-focused breathing. You've done quick coherence to activate more coherence in your heart rhythms through that renewing feeling. And now what you want to do is radiate that renewing attitude or feeling. Keep all three steps going. You radiate it through your cells of your body, out to the person or people or pet or nature that you have been connecting with. And you keep that going. You can expand it out as far as you like, but you keep that flow of rhythm. And as you do that, your heart rhythm is allowing your nervous system rhythm, your brainwave rhythms, your other hormonal rhythms, your circadian rhythms to come more into harmonization, allowing you to flow into sleep. How's that feeling to you?
That's awesome. So getting into coherence is the key to resetting the body's rhythms. And I'm imagining for someone that's doing this for the first time, you may not know, like, okay,
Right.
am I actually in coherence? Am my body's rhythms back into balance? How does one know if they're in coherence?
That's a great question. Well, I talked about getting your heart rate into rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the key that we've seen at the research lab at the HeartMath Institute. Because your heart rate is actually changing with every single beat. It's not like just 60 beats per minute each beat. That's an average. It's changing with each beat, and if we plot the beat changes on a graph, we see the rhythm of the heart rate. And when you're frustrated, anxious, angry, worried, your mind's going, you can't turn it off, your heart rhythm becomes really chaotic and jagged about how you feel inside. The more upset or angry, the more chaotic it looks. Now, when you do these simple techniques, like heart-focused breathing and quick coherence that we just taught you, you can see if you were hooked up in the lab to a heart rhythm monitor, you would see your heart rhythm immediately change into this harmonious, smooth, coherent waveform. And that's the key, because research has shown that that coherent waveform signals the brain and the nervous system and the hormonal system, the body, to actually come into more harmony. And the autonomic nervous system, which controls 90% of our body's involuntary functions, is really what you're changing as you do these simple techniques and get your heart rhythm into this harmonious mode. So how do you know? Well, we actually created this little inner balance sensor. You can actually clip this onto your ear. You click this onto your shirt, turn it on, and this pulse sensor converts your heart rate into looking at how much coherence there is in your heart rate variability, the beat-to-beat changes, and it actually displays it on your smartphone or tablet, Android or iOS. So you can see yourself shift in real time as you do this technique from worry to harmony and from incoherence to coherence. And as you do this, you'll feel the shift like you did. And you can feel your system coming into more harmony and flow. With that heart biofeedback, you can actually see whether your breath is really working to shift that rhythm. And you can see where that positive regenerative feeling, you can watch it go, wow, it's really harmonizing. And then as you radiate or send that to others and to your cells, it helps you sustain that rhythm without having to think about your breath.
That is so cool. So that is key, because if you are an individual that hasn't gotten sleep in quite a while, which are many of us, then if you don't know that you're in that rhythm, then it might take a while for you to actually get the results. But if you know for a fact you have that wave-like form that you're talking about in your heart rhythm, then you could actually accelerate and speed up the process of getting your body into the state that is healthy enough to get the sleep that you're looking for.
Exactly. You're not imagining, you're not wondering if the meditation, if you're trying to do that, is working. You're actually seeing the results in interacting with it, and that's what the Inner Balance app trains you to do, shows you to do, and gives you the steps. And also the Heart Math Solution to Better Sleep booklet is a program that you can do to actually reset your baseline so you don't even have to be thinking about this after a while. It becomes more natural and ingrained.
Thank you, Deborah, for taking us through those techniques. And for you that's viewing this video, try those techniques out. Leave us a comment and let us know how this has worked for you, because we want that feedback to help you ultimately. So thank you again, Deborah, for taking us through that. Any last comments or insights you want to share?
Just from my heart to yours, the research pre and post have shown that thousands and thousands of people have been helped. If you're having trouble with stress or with sleep or with anxiety, frustration, please try this. And we really are here to help. Thank you.